conviction of Gymnastics Team USA Dr. Larry Nassar, more women are speaking out and sharing their own stories. We first met Ariana Kukors-Smith on this show in March. She's a former Olympian and world record holder in the pool, an elite swimmer who says her former swimming coach abused her. Ariana has now filed an explosive lawsuit against him and USA Swimming. We're going to speak with her in a moment. But first, here's her story. Ariana Kukors-Smith began swimming at just 5 years old and was an elite athlete by age 15. In 2009, she broke a world record in the 200 IM. Incredible! 3 years later, she went on to compete in the London Olympic Games. Earlier this year, Ariana came forward on this show, alleging abuse at the hands of her former coach, Shawn Hutchinson.
When a predator takes over psychological, physical control of this person, and it's over time. He's 18 years older than me. And he held all of my dreams in the palm of his hand.
She claims Hutchinson began grooming her at 13 years old and started touching her inappropriately when she was 16.
He started with handshakes and then, smaller conversations off to the side. And so these are just ordinary things that we see every day. What really matters is the intent behind this.
Kukors-Smith is now filing a lawsuit against USA Swimming, claiming they ignored the alleged abuse and protected Hutchinson, who was training Olympic-level athletes.
Organizations like USA Swimming have long been in a position to deter, detect, and discipline sexual abuse, and have done little or nothing to do such in an effort to protect their public image. By doing nothing, it enabled Shawn Hutchinson to abuse me for a decade.
Now, Kukors-Smith is calling on all adults to take more responsibility in identifying abuse and protecting minors.
There are so many athletes in danger right now, whether they're athletes, whether they're in piano, whether they're in debate club. There are these predators that are preying on them.
And we're back now with former Olympic swimmer Ariana Kukors-Smith, who has just filed a lawsuit against her swim coach and USA Swimming for the years of sexual abuse she says she suffered at the hands of her coach, Shawn Hutchinson. Her attorney, Robert Allard, is also here. Welcome to you both. Good to see you again. So you were open the last time you came on the show about the fact that you had this relationship with him that began when you were 13 and made the point to me, you can't talk about it being consensual because people want to look at it 10 years later, when you were in your 20s, when it started when you were 13 years old. That it was a grooming process, you said. So why the lawsuit, and how does that expand the case?
Well, I think the important thing, and this is something I've gotten a lot of questions about, is, you were in a relationship with him as an adult. And what I would respond with is, he started grooming me when I was 13. The sexual abuse began 15, 16. At that point, your maturity is stunted. It's not as you wake up when you're 18 and you're like, oh, I'm going to choose to be in this. He was controlling me ever since I was a kid. And, I think a big part of this lawsuit is about accountability. That's what it goes back to at the end of the day. Unless these organizations have to raise their hand and say, I ran a sham investigation, I didn't properly protect this girl. When you hear names and rumors and reports, when you see that, they're just rumors, they're just names. But behind those names are people. Suffering, that need help, that don't even know they need help.
The Washington Post did a story on this relationship, right, that started with a swimmer, a world-class swimmer, when she was a prepubescent tween or a pubescent tween, teen, 13. And they did an investigation, USA Swimming, back in 2010. And is it true that the woman who was in charge of it had a sexual history with that same coach?
The statement that was made was that she kissed him on one occasion. And that was something before she made that statement that I had people reach out to me. But the investigation was not thorough. I spent a few minutes on a phone call with an investigator. And, at that time, I was still being controlled by Shawn.
So your messaging was still, it's consensual, there's nothing here.
And it wasn't, when I was 21, nobody knew that we were in a relationship. It was 100% secret. Nobody knew. My dad found out about this a year and a half ago. And, I think that's the important thing is victims won't all the time be the ones that raise their hand and say, I need help, because they're still being controlled and manipulated and abused. They don't know that they need help. They're programmed a certain way. And I think that that's important, is that the system around to educate, to protect not only coaches, but parents and the athletes, to provide safer structure. I was never offered therapy. I was never offered somebody to talk to.
And you say you were openly affectionate, the two of you, even when you were a young teen?
I mean, he was sneaking me away constantly. You know, you'd take me back to, I was 16, 17 when I was traveling on Team USA trips when I was underage, and he would sneak me away from the hotel. We'd go coffee meetings, would touch me, have his hand on my back. And, you know, it was very much an open secret that Sean was with me.
We reached out to him for a statement. He didn't give us a new one, but he gave us this when you came on in March, saying, at no time did I ever abuse Ariana Kocouras or do anything with her that was not consensual. I absolutely deny having any sexual or romantic relationship with her before she was old enough to legally make these decisions for herself. Prior to that time, I did nothing to groom her. After the 2012 Olympics, he says, we were in a committed relationship and Ariana lived at my residence in Seattle for more than a year. I deeply regret she would make these wild allegations all these years later. Bob, your lawsuit takes aim at USA Swimming and three individuals in particular who you say enabled this or willingly looked the other way to try to prevent their own histories, you claim, or his, of coming up should anybody investigate it. Can you explain that?
It may have been a secret to Ariana's family, but within swimming, it was the worst kept secret around. Everybody knew about this relationship. The red flags were everywhere, and they just did not do anything to protect her. And when the investigation came out and they allegedly cleared Sean Hutchinson, they came out with the statement that all of these statements and the information were wild, malicious lies. They really went overboard in trying to cover up what was really happening beneath the scenes.
So is there anybody other than this coach at USA Swimming who you believe had a history to protect or did any abuse themselves, or is it just about this one coach, Hutchinson?
Well, it's about him, but it's also about the people who knew about this, people who were really in a position to help Ariana when she was young and when she was in this abusive relationship, and they just didn't.
And I think, you know, an important thing, and I've said this already, is just the accountability factor. I don't believe that changes are going to be made in order to prevent this from happening in the future unless we say, you know, people have to raise their hand and say, I messed up.
This isn't okay.
This isn't okay.
Is it true? Because there are some news outlets reporting that federal agents raided Hutchinson's home. We don't know what they found or didn't find, but what do you think they were looking for?
Yeah, so the criminal investigation is ongoing, and this is something that I've thought a lot about. And, you know, when you look back at the 2010-2011 investigation, I was 20, 21 years old, and, you know, now we're doing a criminal investigation so many years later, 8 years later, and it's a completely different story. So when these organizations are running their own private investigations, rather than passing along information to law enforcement has their hands tied behind their back. And so it's still ongoing, and we're hopeful.
We'll continue to follow it. All the best to you. I want to tell the audience, we did get a statement from USA Swimming. They said, as expressed earlier this year, we respect Ariana Kocouras' bravery in stepping forward and sharing her story. We've been in regular contact with their legal team over the last several months. We'll continue to work with them and Ariana through this process. No further information will be provided at this time, given the pending litigation. We should learn more as it goes forward. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you again.
You too.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.